Hopefully my settings are still the same. Forgot to check that part, but it's probably fine. Oh, it announced that. That's interesting. Okay. Interesting. So I can probably turn off that announcement if I want to. Okay, there was that ping at least, so I know Twitch went live. That's good. Where'd I put my Discord? Which side is it on? It's on this side. I should move it over to this side. Okay, so it did ping Twitch. It's good to know. It's not doing anything for YouTube, though. So let me see if YouTube did go up. It says it's live, so let me check. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah. There we go. There's YouTube ping as well. I don't have to follow those, but I do anyway, just because I don't know it. Because I can. I can probably turn off that for myself now. Because I don't need to do it anymore. Now that I know it works properly. All right. Yeah, what is this? What is this? Hello, Anubis. How you doing? I have some different different things set up that I wanted to see if it worked. So, we're here to test things out a little bit. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. No, I'm not going to stream as much as I did before. So what I did, I don't know who's even here right now, but at least I'll be talking to you. So what I did was I did the streaming every day basically for like over a month or so. And then I went back to just videos for a bit. And it really, really seems like videos are just strictly better for me, my channel and all that sort of stuff. Hey, Wavester, how you doing? First time chatting. Look at that. I like that it does have that information here. And the chat should also show on the screen. The one on the screen should also show anything from YouTube as well. So it should have both of the chats combined finally. Yes, yes, yes. Hello. I'm actually not sure how to say your name. Oh, is Sung Lee? Sung Lee? Song Lee? Could be anything. You got to tell me. Yeah, so you can see YouTube and Twitch on the chat now. First one? Okay. Okay. I think I remember the first one. Sung Lee. Rare moment of freedom on a Sunday evening. Well, it was good timing then. Good timing. This is the time that I'm going to be streaming, by the way. So, oh no, thanks for joining in, William. Happy to see you. I only just now started streaming again, so it's all good. Yeah, I'm gonna start streaming every Sunday around this time. I have it set up on Twitch on my schedule, so you can sort of see that. There's not a schedule thing on YouTube, but like if I bring over the Twitch thing, you'll see the if I go down to this little schedule thing, it says when I'll stream, and it'll be on Sundays. You can see me looking at myself. Kind of weird. But I did just want to basically test this out because it looks like I got one-on-one Chi open over here. Yeah, because it does really look like that it's working the way I wanted it to. You guys get to see everything going on in the chat from on both sides. And if someone like subscribed to my Patreon or donated or anything like that, that should also pop up in the chat, which is really cool. And I should have new, what are they called? Do I even have it on this one? Oh, I just have to multi-chat in here. I need to add something to this scene as well. I knew I was forgetting something. It's a browser source. The alerts as well. I should have alerts here. And I just center that to the screen. Center horizontally. There we go. So I should have alerts coming up as well from both. I'll believe you next Sunday. I'll believe me next Sunday too. For now, I'm just here to fail at some Go problems while I make sure everything works. That's the goal for today. That's why I didn't announce anything for this one. I just started the stream and gonna test things instead. But it's nice to see both YouTube and Twitch chat. I'm very, very happy about that. I'm also very happy to see this J group set being added because they did the L group, which was not perfect, but it was still good. And so I'm happy to see that they're doing the J group as well. More of these group things they do, the better. Even if it's not everything that you need, it's still better than nothing for sure. I'm really happy to see this. So J group, I did like 1 or 2 problems to try. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with these ones. The first one, I think I wouldn't have necessarily thought of this as a J group. This one here. But I guess it technically is, right? If you don't make the R2 move, it's a J style group thing. But usually it doesn't happen this way, so. So for the first problem, this is the thing that I had a problem with the L group as well. It was like some of the first problems were not necessarily useful for the L group itself. And this one, like I would want the first J group to be just like the standard J group variations and then move on from there. This one's about getting like the right co, right? Because if you do this one, it's a you capture first co. And if you do the wrong thing, it's co, but you don't get to capture first. So that's why I'm not sure I actually like it, but I said better than nothing. So we don't want them to get this move too easily. Because if we just go down, they take that one. We can't get rid of the other eye. So maybe we can play it first. Because they play a different move, a weird move. But then it's not necessarily good, so I don't know if I like it. Oh, and I can actually. So I'm using a new little bot thing. It's called Streamer Bot. Oh, it actually is showing me who's in the chat. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's cool. A little viewers thing. Anyway. S1 could work. I'll have to read that in a second. So I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add a new member to YouTube and see if the. No, that's a test trigger. So I need to do a maybe a new subscription on Twitch. I think that's the one that does the simulate events. Like make sure it works properly. Yeah. It is popping up. That's good. See, Peyton Bigsby subscribed. He did not subscribe. But yeah, send something to the chat and everything. So I just wanted to make sure that was still set up right. All right, cool. It should work for a lot of things, but we'll have to see if it gets annoying or not. All right, now I can go back to the problem. Because I got distracted already. If we just turn, this is almost good enough, but then they can connect, right? And so S1 would be like another good option here. If they connect, it's just that co again. So if they go down, then we can throw in, and that's good. Yeah, if they connect, there's just the co. So we just want to see if there's something better than co. Um, yeah, so is there a way to stop the code? Can we throw in here directly? No, that's no good. This one directly, they can just Atari, it's no good. Going down directly is no good. So yeah, let's try it. Let's try the co. Oh, it's wrong. All right, so what does it want? We'll just click, we'll click the our revelation thing. Let's see what it wants here. It wants this one first. Okay. Because he can throw in here and kill. There we go. I think that's still good. Still a good good problem to do, but it's still who knows. Don't know if it's right for the first sort of J group thing. I think if they show the first proper problem, let's go to the first proper one. You don't get it? One second. Yeah, let's go to the first proper one here. Is there a proper J group here? Like this one here. There's a proper J group. So to kill the proper J group, there's a specific method to do it. And you start off with Hane, and then you take the 2 1 point, and then you go down here. And there's the Atari. And this is supposed to be like a co thing that they want you to do here. I see. I see. In this case, we can potentially just do this one to kill it anyway. But the trick here is that when you do this, if they connect, you go down and you do this throw in. That's sort of like the proper way to kill this group and like sort of the proper thing you're doing. I need to move this over. My thing's in the way. With the review on, that gets in the way. So I probably want to move it to the left, to the right side, I guess, huh? A little annoying. I can do that though. Oh, yeah, and it tells me when an ad is supposed to come on Twitch or on YouTube or something like that. So it should say when the ads are starting. So that way we know ahead of time. And I made it so that when people join the stream on Twitch, they shouldn't get an ad right away. But in exchange, it's a slightly longer ad break once every hour. Yeah. Okay. So I don't like that an ad started. Let me see what the ad looks like. Is it showing me the ad? No, because I own the channel. Oh, ad break is so long. Oh, that's so terrible. I want to dismiss this. I want to get rid of the ad. Get rid of it. Completely get rid of it. But it doesn't work. Oh well. Since I'm a since I'm a affiliate, I have to have ads. I'm not allowed to get rid of them anymore. You used to be able to get rid of them a long time ago, but you can't anymore. So it's very, very annoying. Anyway, I said this is for testing things and getting all the normal stupid stuff out of the way so I can know how it all works again. Yeah, so the idea behind... Get rid of that. There we go. The idea behind this one, that the extension down is a way to reduce... So yeah, when I was looking at that HERV, if I reduce the amount of ads to lower than what I have, then people get ads. Yeah, exactly. Then people will get ads when they join the stream instead. So if I have the ads at 182nd, I guess is what it is, then when they join the stream, there'll be no ads. Because I can turn that setting off for joining stream. And there'll just be 180 seconds of ads once every hour. And I have it starting 15 minutes or so after the stream starts. But it's still stupid. I don't like it. Anyway. And hello, HERV. Because I think joining the stream and getting an ad is more annoying than anything else. I think that's like the most annoying thing. Yeah, so the ko is not good enough. We're supposed to be able to kill it. You go down here. This puts it back to the standard variation. Then we can throw in and do this sort of thing. So it's one way of reducing the eye shape. It is a good problem to have in this collection, but I don't know for sure if I like it the most. But similar here. Throw in here. They're going to try to make a ko, and we do have to block this time. And we can't do something here, so we have to just capture. Do we want to throw in first, I guess? We might as well throw in first, and then no throw in? What? You don't want to throw in? Just capture? Oh. Does it want us to do the other thing? Don't play this one, but play this one this time? What? See, this is where I'm annoyed. Yeah. Yeah, always ponder the descending first line. Like, we could do it here, but then they're alive. Right? Because they can just live right away. So I was wondering what variation it wants me to play. Because this is supposed to be teaching you about the J group, right? So what variation does it want me to play? What's the proper one that it wants to have on this board? And so when you play here, and then you block, because if you don't block, there's the Atari and they can come out. So usually you should block. And please continue. Whoa, please continue with X. Okay, okay. So this is too long, right? I need to have it up here in order to see that. And that covers up some of the board. And I need to put it down here in order to see like the forward, backwards buttons. So they need to fix that. They need to make this slightly different size. Scaling? I don't know. Okay, so that's what it wanted. It was continue with this specific move. Okay, okay. The X makes me think not to continue, right? With the X there, I don't want to continue anymore. Right, that says no. That says don't play this move to me. So I need to fix that. X marks the spot. You know what? That's true. But X is also the thing that you put on the paper when you get something wrong. Hmm. Okay, so let's see if this one... Black to kill and adapt to the special J group trick. So is it the Hane is going to be the trick? Let's see what it means by trick. It means this one. So if we do this and this, they go over here and then we can't surround anymore, right? Is that so? What's the adaptation for the J group trick? I'm just gonna do a couple of these to see how the set's going, and then I'll move on to like regular problems. See if I like what they're doing or not, basically. So if we Atari, it's a ko now, right? So let's see, that's getting tricked, right? Not the best ko, but the group is not under control and can spread across the side. Okay. So what does it want? What does it want the most? To just pull back? And then do it? Okay, okay. Doing it this direction is the better way to do it. That's probably true. You can jump as well. Be the same idea. All right, sure. I get that. I'm streaming at the same... I didn't know she was going to stream, okay? That's her own fault. And she's probably doing something more exciting, so... If you want to see gameplay, you probably want to go to Yunkyo. I'm probably not going to stream for too long, so it's not too big of a deal. I'm just, as I said, I'm wanting to make sure everything looks right, everything's working. And I did want to talk about the Galaxy website for a bit, too. I am not sponsored. We don't need to respond to this one, right? I need J group settings, so I'm locked in. All right. All right, cool. Okay, sure. Yeah, like this is one of the tricky things about the J group, so I understand they're wanting to focus on that a lot. I get that. Okay. I'm trying to focus on just this one aspect for the first half, and now it's the straight J group, which is the co variation. I don't know which one's the best co. Actually, I don't know which one the best co is. Like, because there's this one throw in here, and there's a throw in here, and so we could Hane and throw in. If we Hane first, they are just dead if they don't respond. So we throw in, and then they do the co shape, and we capture first. Whereas this one, we still capture first. So I don't know which one's better. So let's just do this one first. Let's see if it says anything else. We should probably go back one to show you the J group, because this is like the straight. There's like an L shape here, but okay, it says all these are okay. So if we go back one, you can see this is the J group, because it looks like a J in the corner. I think some people call it the large pig snout. I think there's other names for it too. But yeah, this is the standard J group. It actually is very, very common. And so this is like when you were making a J group, if you want to try to make it live, you do this instead. You extend instead of do the tiger's mouth. To make it a co instead of dying directly. Start labeling the answer? I'm not exactly sure. I think when it's co, I think they've always done this label for co. But I don't think they've always done it for alive. And yeah, I guess I might just want to turn my chat and camera to the other side. So maybe I will do that. Unlock these. And just move them over to the other side. We just do like Oh, thanks for the follow, DMF21. The color for the notification should also be the same color as whatever they're following on. So that should be Twitch, which is nice. I don't want to center. I wanted to just move it. Oh, I'm not going to worry about it for now. Yeah, I think the co thing, I think that's somewhat new. Oh, I can do this. There we go. I think labeling all of it is somewhat new. I don't know if it's even for every set. So this is the first one I've done where I've noticed it's been labeled for everything. So it's missing this liberty, which means one of the co's shouldn't work anymore. And there were 3 different co's. It was the Hane here. This one should still be fine. And then there was the attachment here, which might be the one that's different. And then playing here. It is a useful site. There's gonna be a site that I'm gonna talk about after this. So when I get to Tim problems, I think it's really good too. But I think it's probably better for like higher ranks versus lower ranks. So it just depends on what your rank is. But Smego Hero is just a good site in general for everybody. Yeah, so after I get to 10, I'll talk about the other one because I was recently able to sign up with my own account instead of having to borrow an account with it. So hopefully it works for everybody by now at least. All right. So I'm not sure what the difference is. Can't I still just do this one? Okay. Let's see which one is not available anymore. So it's these two, just not this one anymore. Okay. Okay. That's what I was wondering. So this one's no longer good because we can Atari from behind and they capture something because they have this extra liberty. Okay, cool. Yeah. I think it depends on the reason why you're doing Sumego. So if you're doing Sumego for the purpose of getting better at reading, then having just that one chance is a better idea. And you can do that on 101 Weiqi as well. They can just have one chance as well before you technically fail the problem. And then if you're just trying to learn something, then I think the chance doesn't matter. But if we're trying to get better at reading, I think it does. But I think also if you're trying to get better at reading, it's probably better to not use digital programs anyway, unless you're very disciplined with them. Like you're not clicking much at all. Is it important that white's disconnected here? You mean the weakness here? The R15 stone for black? No, this is really important. You need that weakness. So if we go back here, for example, this move is only a potential vital point if there's threatening that cut. So without that cut there, it's no longer anything that's useful. And then also with this variation, where we're doing this ko, instead of doing the ko, white could just play here and block. So if the R15 stone is white, this is no longer an Atari. So that is important. That's why specifically the J group is with that weakness on the board. Mm. Yeah, very, very important. Yeah. And this one is very, very different too. The straight J, if you have this Hane, I'm guessing, first of all, this throw-in is not the same anymore because it's the same with the regular J group. So we probably do want the other ko. And so it's either this attachment or this one here. I'm guessing it's probably this one. But maybe not though. That one might not work still. So maybe it's actually this way to do it over here. But we can't connect up underneath anymore either. Yeah, good point. Good point. So I'm guessing this is probably not it this time either. So let's reset that one. And so my first thought was that this was the right thing, but I think, yeah, there's too many liberties on the outside. So we can look at the answer here to see what they really want. It is this one as a ko. Okay. When they connect here, we're supposed to play the other liberty on the outside and then play this as a ko. Okay. Because like right now, I'm not trying to read these problems out. I'm just trying to see if I'm like remembering the solutions properly. Let's move this over to this side again. Like if I'm remembering the solutions or if I know what is right, and just also seeing if I like the problem set right now. So this one's actually a good one. There's actually a pretty useful one. So now they have this Hane and this extension. We have to play this one because the rest of them are alive now. Because if we throw in, they can just play a move on the inside because there's liberty missing from the white stone. So we have to do it this way and make this as a ko. And we have to take the liberty on the outside is the important part. So they can't Atari us from S1. So can't do this one now. And so they have to do this one, and now it's a direct ko for the life of the group. I like that. All right, this is the last one for now, just because. And black should Tanuki if black wants to play here, but what can black get at best out of this straight J group in a strongly favorable context? Ah. This one, so what's the best that they can do? Probably end game. I'm guessing this is end game. When we throw in here, we can get these two stones in end game. Yeah, it's unconditionally alive because it had the Hane and the straight line, and it had the extra liberty. So because of that, we get to capture 2 points in end game, or 4 points, I guess. That also reduces the group to 2 points. So that's a good one. Yeah, these are good to learn. Yeah. I'm happy that they're making this, but I feel like they should have started it differently still. I still think the first problem doesn't really feel like a J group problem. I feel like they should start with the basic shape, show you all the normal ways to play against the basic shape, and then add these alternative shapes later. That's what I think they should have done. But it's still good. It's still good. So like this is like you already learned the J group, so you should go and test your knowledge of it sort of set instead. I think for the L one, the L group, they had like 50 problems. Yeah, around 46 problems. So it's not too bad. Around 50 problems to test your knowledge. So I'm guessing they'll probably be the same for the J group because they're still adding more to it. So yeah, I like it. But one thing I did want to sort of mention here is actually this website here. This is 19by19.com. I can actually this is where I probably need to move stuff around, but I actually have a scene set up for it. But for now, I'm gonna turn this off so we can just oh, the background image. Yeah, there we go. I was recently able to make an account on here myself where I was not able to before, and I signed up with like you have to use your phone number in order to get a text message in order to sign up, and it just never sent me the text message before, but it did last time I did it. So if it works, this is really cool. Good life and death section with a lot of different options. It is actually in English if I change it to English here, but it's not perfectly translated. That's why I say it's probably better for like stronger players who already know what they're looking for, because it has like really good sections on a lot of things. Like this capturing race one, you play against the AI to solve the problem. And I think that's like a really cool, useful thing. And so if more people can sign up for it, that's super cool. It's free. You have to pay if you want to use the AI evaluation, but doing the problems and everything is free. You just have to be able to sign up for an account. They sell courses too, which is cool. But I don't speak the language, so I'm not buying the courses. But they also do cover pro games. They have like a little pro game thing that you can watch any game that's been played recently or is currently being played. And that will have like free AI evaluation for it, so you can like go over it, which is really cool. And you can just play the AI if you want to, but what I really like though are the life and death subject, and then you can watch pro games sort of thing. Like this is really cool. And then if we go to the actual Galaxy scene, the thing that makes it really nice is that it fits so perfectly on everything. So feels nice. It feels nice to fit so perfectly. So if I want to do life and death, I can do some basic problems and it just looks nice on the screen. I have two boards set up. Yeah, this is the proper one, and the next one is the other one here. I probably actually adjust this a little bit too. Yeah, probably. That's fine. Yeah, it looks really nice. I like this. I like this website a lot. This is one of these fun problems. It's actually related to the J group. It's the same sort of throw-in thing you can do, which is really nice. But it does have a try button, so you can just mess around and click wherever you want to try to figure things out, which is really cool. It does have the nice go back thing, and then there's also the hint feature if you need a hint for what to do next. And you can analyze the position with AI if you think something's wrong, which is kind of cool too. So I think this is like a really nice place to do some basic Sumego stuff. I want to do this one. Does it work? Looks like it works. Yeah, so when I'm doing random problems, I'm mostly using I have been using this site for a long time, so because I like the random problems a little bit more than 101 Weiqi. But it's not like there's a huge difference. I just like using it more. I think we can just do this one. I have a new account, so my rank is different than it was on my previous one. So I have to rank it all the way back up, which is a little bit annoying, but it's fine. Gives me time to do some problems in general. Normally we can throw in here. This is a J group thing too. Nice. It's all working out. Oh yeah, this is my basic scene. Let me see. I have all the stuff added to it, right? Stream, audio stuff, all that stuff. Okay, cool. Just want to double check that. Yeah, so I think most of the time H1 is the proper answer here. If they play this one, you can connect, and it's sort of a similar type of shape, but there's something different in the corner, which is one of the problems. Yeah, that looks like it's the right type of thing. If I do this one, they just Atari, I throw in, they capture, I capture, they are still alive. So I do think we need another move. I already forgot what I was thinking earlier, so it's not very helpful for me. I had it in my brain, and then I lost it the second I played the move on the board. That's one of the problems I have with some online Samigo stuff, actually. You get confused about what you were doing before. uh, Connect, they do that one. This one. Yeah. Yeah, they do that one. Yeah. Okay. I think they were just alive. So am I just capturing this? It is just capturing this. Okay, good. I was like, I couldn't, I don't remember if it was dead. I just know I'm capturing something. Okay. This is one of those where you have to connect in the proper way in order to make sure they can't make another eye. All right. So if we push in again and they block, then they have another eye on top because 3 in a row is enough to make an eye. So normally we'd want to connect here, but then they can block it anyway, and then we'd have to capture, and then they can do this, right? So we want to block it in a way that doesn't do the thing. So we play like N13 to make it so that if they Atari, we push in and they capture, we can recapture. Sort of like an under the stones idea. And of course, just capture is probably not good enough here. So I think it's something like this one because they don't have enough liberties to take the Atari at this point. So it looks good. Oh, this one, we can just live here directly, which is really nice. So if we play L13, we're just giving ourselves a bulky 5 shape. So we need to play it in a different way. M12. And that's what this Hane is for. Because it's taking the liberty away from the J13 stone, which means if they throw in, then they cannot connect back. And so we can capture the stone eventually. Yeah, nice shape. Oh. This is one of these weird shapes. I've always had a problem with these ones for some reason. Like this would just be like a co-shape thing, but it's not very good. But this one's like the normal move that I'd want to play here to try to live. And if they do the clamp here, we can block and throw in an Atari. So we're good because we have the extra liberty. So if they play the other move here, we block this way and we just Atari from the behind area. So it should be fine. Yeah. It's not co. We capture the stone. Yeah, because we have this extra liberty. Very good problem. I actually liked it a lot. All right. So let's see here. Well, YouTube's actually more viewers than Twitch this time. That's kind of funny. Probably just because you and Kyo and Ben are both streaming. But that's actually kind of funny. That's something I need to add to my setups. I need to find a way to see how many people are watching on both servers. But I can always check that afterwards anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Because checking after is good enough, I think. That's the only information I need to know. This will be my typical streaming time. Every Sunday. Sunday for me, at least. So hello, Franco. Oh, it's just the J group again. Isn't that funny? But this time when they block this way, they can capture a stone. But it doesn't change anything. So we could actually push if we wanted to. So which one's the better one? We throw in here, they block, and they do some weird thing to make it a ko, or we just throw it over here, then do this one. That could work, I guess. Oh, it doesn't want us to do that one? All right, fine. We'll go right here. There we go. So what time is it in the UK right now? I think France is like 9 hours ahead of me. So UK should be a similar-ish. Probably, right? Yeah, similar-ish. Okay. Yeah, so it'll be a little bit late for probably a lot of Europe. Perfect bedtime content. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Because that'll tell me if I want to start like a little bit earlier or not. Because I'm still okay with adjusting that a little bit. Like if I want to start a little bit later, a little bit earlier. So if this is still a good time for like laying in bed, watching something, that'd be good too. Because like next week I'll probably play games and do more stuff like that. Because I've not been playing games or doing Sumego, not very much of it. So I need to get back into it a little bit. So I'm just starting with a little bit of Sumego and gonna be playing games throughout the week. Like I've been playing for like the YouTube channel, but it's not quite the same as playing like the person your own rank and that sort of stuff. Okay. So after midnight in Germany. So it could be good to start maybe an hour earlier. Because that would still be late enough around your guys' time that it would probably be like while you're going to bed, but maybe early enough for some people to still turn on. But I'll think about that. Because like an hour earlier would probably be too early to play games right away on Fox. But it would still be probably good enough time. Because that would be around 6 in the morning in Asia in general, like Japan and Korea. Yeah, it could be good to do it slightly earlier, yeah. But I don't want to like get in the way, like, because like Ben Kyo streams at this exact same time, like a little bit earlier than me. So I wanted to do it sort of a little bit after he finishes streaming. Like his last hour or so would be fine. But I don't want to get like too much in the way of that sort of thing. What server am I using though? This is a website, yeah. It's 19by19.com if I turn off my picture here. Yeah, 19by19.com. It's for Galaxy, which is super cool. I think if I check, I'm actually curious. I might want to check who actually watches my videos the most, because that could probably be a good way to figure out what time I should stream, right? Whoever watches the most. Because early in the morning I don't like early in the morning for like Europe I wouldn't like, because that'd be like later at night for me. Like 6 hours from now, I guess could be fine. Could be fine. Like streaming at 9 o'clock at night, but that'd be like early in the morning, right? People have to go to work or sleep in. I want to do this one, and this looks like this does work. So I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, let me check actually. Let me see who actually watches my videos. I can check that on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I know it will be a lot of US, but I am curious. I never actually look. Audience. Everyone watches around noon, That's when people are watching the videos the most. Noon for me. So United States is number one, but France and United Kingdom are next. France, United Kingdom, and Germany are almost all the same amount. That's funny. I don't know if I should show this thing, but I probably can. Well, there's a lot of different countries. I forgot about that. Yeah, so the most is Netherlands, Canada, Germany, UK, and France. And then, of course, United States on top. That's funny. United Kingdom watches more hours of my content than France does, even though France has more people watching my content. I wonder what's going on in France. That's kind of a funny random statistic there. That's weird. I like that. I have no idea what's going on, but it's good. So the UK prefers to actually watch the whole video, and France does not. That's I don't know. That's kind of interesting to find out. Anyway, we'll go to we'll go to the next problem here. Let's see. Oh, yes. And this one's kind of weird. So the idea is that they can capture the stone. So if I just Atari with L12, this is actually a really cool problem. I like this one a lot. I don't know if I can save it anywhere, but I like this one. But yeah, if I capture with L12, they can play H12. I capture the stone and then they can capture the 3 stones because I can't extend to J13. But if I play K13 and they Atari, I can now do a snapback instead. So that's actually really cool. This is something I would miss in a real game. If they tell me to find this as a problem in a real game, I could probably do it. But if I'm just playing, I'm not noticing. I'm not going to notice right away. I'm going to play the wrong move, and then they're going to live, and I'm going to be like, oh, oops, my bad. It's fine. It's fine. Probably fine. All right, we went up 1 rank. We're at 2 now instead of 1. So we're getting back to where I was. I think it was at like 4 dawn, 3 dawn, 4 dawn, and I don't know when if it's dawn yet, but we'll get there eventually. It went from 1 to 2, and I've been getting problems right, so I'm guessing we're at dawn now. This is a interesting problem as well. So we want to make sure they don't have too much space here to make 2 eyes. So if we clamp here at M12 and they play L12 and we just capture the stone, then when they're making their 2 eyes, they already make 1 up here. And so they only need the other one, basically. So we'd have to like limit that to some extent with like L12. And we can do that. It's probably okay to do that. Yeah, that looks like it's okay. But we'll find out when they tell me I'm wrong. So I'll just do this one for now. Hane. We did it. Oh, thanks for the follow, Somya K4. I actually like that it highlights it on my stream so that I can... Go Laxi, yeah, go Laxi. I like that it highlights it on the stream so that I can actually read it without having to go to my activity feed. It makes it way easier, I gotta be honest. So, I'm liking my new setup for the chat. I think it's working well. You have to let me know if you guys like it too, but it's looking okay, I think. Yeah, for follow notifications, it shouldn't be like a big, yeah, like a fancy thing. But for subscribing on, I don't think subscribing on YouTube has a notification, but like becoming a member on YouTube, you'd or like a subscriber on Twitch, you get a bigger notification in the chat thing. So I know what type of notification it is, which makes it nice. And yeah, I really like Golaxy. I mentioned this earlier, but there's probably a couple more people now. I used to not be able to make my own account Yeah, yeah. Well, I was going to potentially have something in the bottom right as well. Like it would be like text and stuff. Um, a lot of people have like latest follower and that sort of stuff there, right? But I have not added that yet. But that is a goal, like some extra little bit of stuff there. I just need to figure out like everything's gonna take up a different amount of space, and I have the full screen as well. So there's like the basic one, and one with coordinates, and so like this one's not gonna take up as much space on the side. So I want to figure out like where I want to put that stuff. But yeah, for now, keeping it simple. Okay, so this one here. So we capture they're just alive. So we need to find a way to turn it around a bit. I really like this throw in. I don't know if it works, but I really like the throw in. You had a pet cat recently on stream, so I don't know many settings for now. Just does text to speech. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll figure that part out. And I don't. I might actually have text to speech something enabled technically if people donate, but I actually don't know if I do. I have to double check that. I actually don't remember. It's interesting. Okay. I actually think this might be the right move. They capture, we Atari again, and it's a double Atari. So then if they capture here, we can push in. And then we can do it this way. This one's cool too. I like this problem. But as I mentioned before, the other thing I really like about Galaxy is that it just fits so perfectly. No matter what board size, like no matter how the board changes, it still fits in the same thing. I don't have to do anything special with it. So I can actually have an overlay for it. Whereas like 101 Weiqi, you have to do full screen for something like this. Because the board size is different every time. So that's not as fun. But Galaxy, way better. And it's a dark mode, so it feels good. Oh, this one's interesting too. Yeah. I have given them money as well. I have given them money as well. Like when I went to Go Congress, because there's a phone app for Golexi, so I was able to download the app, and I paid for the AI service for while I was at Go Congress, so that after the game I could just put it into my phone and see where I went wrong. I don't have to use AI Sensei or anything like that. You could do that. That'd be like a similar thing, but I just like Golexi more, and it's storing it as a normal SGF onto my phone. So it was really nice and convenient. I think we just need to get rid of some liberties here. You did the same during the Asian Weiqi Championship? Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, it was so nice. And then it was also really nice when you go to play, like right after the game, like there was someone I was playing and they said that they thought they were probably just ahead and then they made a mistake later. And so, this is where the things went wrong. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think I was ahead. And so we were able to look at the graph and show that I was ahead the entire time. So I felt really good about that. You're like, gotcha. I remember it afterwards, true and on. I think you're allowed to write it down during the game at Go Congress, but I do it afterwards, yeah. I think it's like a Hane thing here. And normally it would be this move. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, like at the Congress, what we did was like you would play someone, and then after the game, most of the time, your opponent would come with you, and you just both record the game at the same time and play it out as well and review. There were a few people that didn't do that, but when you're playing with your opponent, that makes it easier to remember it as well. And if not, you just have to sit there and try to figure it out, try to remember what it was. Oh yeah, this is we want to take the weakness. We want to create the weakness in the shape here because it has this a lot of stuff here. So if we push in, they can connect. It's no good. So we have to create this weakness. Then we can throw in. We're good to go. I think you can. I think you can use it. Um, but I don't think anyone does. I think I think in some of the rooms you're not allowed to have your phone or any device. So I know people probably do that, but yeah, I just remember it for later most of the time. But I don't think anyone sells any Kifus here. I don't think anyone actually sells it. Yeah, I know like there is that European. There's that one European store that does sell like Kifu stuff, but I don't think we have anything in America for that. They give you a Kifu notebook on arrival and a pen. Yeah, we just have like a regular notebook. Like sometimes it's just post-it notes. It's like okay, that's not very helpful, but we do get a pen and a notebook though. uh oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I think that's a good idea overall. Like the paper Kifu thing is a good idea. Hmm, which one's better liberties? It's probably the Connect. Not this one. This Connect here. If they play inside, that looks like I have like still three liberties or so. And then I'll be able to do something over here first. So if I throw in over here first, they're able to do something. So I think it's this connection. And then we throw in over here. So what rank are you, Somya? So, yeah, that sounds like the right name. I'm just kind of curious. I saw you talking on Ben's stream for a little bit too, so I think it's the same person. Yeah, I think that's what should be in the Go Congress packs, though. I for sure think that like okay, one Q one down. Okay, cool. That's pretty good. Um, it's hard to tell people ranks until they when they're just talking randomly in chat. So yeah. Anyway, uh, I do think they should give us little Kifu notebooks. I think even if people don't use it in the U.S., like even if we didn't use it and we were still using our phones or something, it would still be a better keepsake than a random notebook. But I do understand that that probably is a custom item versus a very cheap, easy to produce item. So that's probably why they don't do it, but they 100% should. I think that would be a good idea. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to solve this problem. Let's click next instead of solving. I'm like, wait a minute, this one looks like it's probably almost done. Never mind. Okay. We can just throw in here and it's already dead, right? If they connect, it's not already dead. Okay, okay. So we'd want to do this one first, and then we can push in. So yeah, then yeah, that should be fine. Uh, I think there is one probably available, but it'd probably be cool to have. I could probably make some too. That'd be fun. That's something that like if I wanted to make like a store, not an actual store, but like a you know like most YouTubers and stuff, they have like a you can buy T-shirts and stuff. I think it'd be really cool to have a little Kifu thing that people could buy as well. I think that's I want something more Go related, right? That's the problem I have with Go Congress merch is that a lot of it's not actually Go related. It just has like the logo on it. It's just a T-shirt with the logo, or it's just the pen with the logo, or it's just a random notebook with the logo. But yeah, this one is solved this time. Okay. So I'm doing much better than I was like 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I was like not able to solve any problem. Yeah, and it's fine if it's even fine if they're cheap. Yeah, like it's even fine if they're like not like perfect quality. Like the point is that you're just like it's just something you're gonna be bringing around with you to write stuff down like really quick. It doesn't need to be like really good quality. So they shouldn't be that expensive. Yeah, I agree. Like they shouldn't be that expensive. But I know like sometimes when you do like custom images for things, because like a Go board would be a custom image, it's gonna be more expensive to print than if you just do like the basic lined paper or something, right? Like I'm sure that's the reason. Like honestly, So is this just I need to connect my group in a good way? Is that what we're going for here? Because I can just connect, but does it want me to do something special? Like if I do this wedge? Yeah, yeah. It's not too hot for me right now, but it is starting to get hotter for me. So yeah, I understand that feeling too. You just you just stop because you might as well, and then sort of hot that you can't even read anyway. So what's the point? Anyway, I kind of want to do this one. This one does solve the problem, and then if they do this, I connect and I can extend next. And if they go back, then it's already solved. Yeah, because this is the cool thing here is that I don't have to connect anymore because when they push, already good. I like this one. Another good problem. Like these are like a very practical problem. That's one reason why I really like the Golexy problems. They're just very practical. At least the ones I've seen so far. I don't know what collections they're from or where they came from in general, but it's just nice. I think Golexy is a Chinese website, right? So uh, probably just basic Chinese collections that they have. Oh, we have to do this one. Anything else we have to do? Well, if they go here, I think they're alive, right? So we also have to do this one. Oh yeah. They might use the AI for the actual answers too. So there's not one that's like there's no answer. But I just wonder where they got the problems themselves. Yeah. Oh, my nose is a bit itchy. I need to take my allergy pill. And I forgot. They do that. We throw in. This doesn't do too much. So this one first. If they block here, we can just do this and still come through. So I think this one first likely. And we still probably want to do this sort of thing so we could threaten both sides. Yeah, I've noticed that, yeah, there's always an answer, and sometimes there's more than one answer. If I restart, sometimes there's more than one when you look at the answer thing. Whereas a lot of websites, they don't always have the other answers in there because it takes a lot of time to put in all the answers for every single problem. But I noticed it seems to be fairly clean on this website. So I think either they put all the effort in and did it themselves, or they had the AI do it. The only thing that's potentially bad here is that it doesn't tell you if one of them is better than the other. It may tell you here somewhere in this big box, but it doesn't always tell you. So I'll have to figure that part out. But you're 90% on an AI, okay, and a 90% in on AI, okay. Ah, interesting. So we need this one, which is free because we can Hane and capture. And we need this one. And then this one is not an eye already. So I think we want this one here so we can get 2 free moves. So we do this one, and then a Atari, and then go back. Yeah, you can use the AI analysis on it. There's the AI analysis button here. But you have to pay for that. So that's why I don't have anything on this account because I was able to finally make my own account. I was borrowing an account before. But it finally let me sign up using my own phone number and everything. So I've not added any money to this one. Not yet. The point of using the analysis on a Sumego, like I think it's more for like difficult Sumego. So like, I think I mentioned earlier, maybe to you, but it's like there's 2 different reasons to do Sumego, and one of the reasons is to get better at reading, and one of the reasons is to learn the problem. And so if you're just trying to get better at reading, you actually don't even need the answers at all. it's good to know you got it correct, but you don't actually need the answer because the purpose is just to read the problem. But if you're trying to learn something, the AI analysis, I believe it can play moves with you. So it's not just analyzing the stuff, but it's like if what happens if I play this move? What's the refutation for this move, basically? And so you can play against the AI to see if you were right or wrong, sort of thing. Yeah, the more you solve similar shapes, it improves your intuition. Yeah, it is true. Because as I said, I do think there's sort of like two different reasons to do Sumego. So. Well, a simple way to learn to read. I have a hard time past 4. Oh, so actually the thing that actually helped me the most, which is kind of like kind of funny when I first started. Can I do this analysis to just look at the board and just play? I can. Okay. So let's get this here. It was actually just doing ladder problems. Not the complicated ones, but it was actually the physical activity of reading out a ladder properly. This was something that was discussed in fundamental principles. No. Lessons in the fundamentals of Go. So you just have to, like, you can just throw random stones. I like to do it on a real board. You just throw random stones over here and see if it affects the ladder or not. And you read out every single item on the ladder because it's a really straightforward thing to read. So I'm actually putting all of these moves into my head one at a time. And I'm not remembering all the moves from back here. Yeah, I'm not remembering all the moves. I'm not remembering every single move. I'm just keeping the end part in my head. And then I just read it all the way out to see if it works with this. And yeah, this breaks the ladder. So there we go. That was a stone that works. And then if we go back here, then I just throw a different stone on the board. Right. So that one worked. So what about like an enclosure over here? Is that also close enough? I think the other one was further, so I think it shouldn't work. Then that's just sort of how I do it. And you can also add white stones too, like add a white stone over here and like black stone and attachments and like this, and now read the ladder out, sort of thing. But the purpose is like actually sitting and reading the ladder one by one. I thought that was not going to be very useful, but I thought, okay, let me try it out because I was like 10Q at the time, around there, I think. And so I did it every day. I did at least like a couple ladder reading things every day for about a week. And at the end of the week, I was able to read significantly further than I've ever been able to read before. And it actually helped more than I ever thought it probably would have. And so that was the thing that helped me. Now, the next thing is like reading accuracy, right? Reading accuracy is very different. That's something that I think is a little bit about just like figuring things out over time, like solving a lot of problems, understanding shapes. Because if you already know a proper shape for something, then you're more likely to find the correct move faster. And that's the accuracy part. You find the correct move before having to read out all the other variations. So that's the thing that like helps in the games, yeah. Oh, W1 and then 2, 3, 4. Like there's a space there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that 1, 2, 34 then. Thanks for the follow. But I think that the other type of reading just comes from how you like how like the experience sort of reading is more what it is, like getting a lot of experience with it. Like this one here, I think this would take a long time to read if you read it out one at a time. But because I know the vital point, I did this one earlier. Because I already knew what the vital point was. Like I wanted this move for free, and I needed another move in the corner, and I needed this move. So I can threaten to capture these 2 stones. The vital point to do that was this one. So I already knew that ahead of time, because I've already solved a lot of these problems. So I get this move for free, I get the Atari, and then I can come back and connect. And so looking at the answers actually helps with that. I think looking at the answers is not bad. Yeah. Oh, there's an ad break in 1 minute. Oh man, ad break coming up. And then Ben shows up when the ad break's coming up. What's going on here? Hey Ben, how you doing? Yeah, I was already live. I was already live. I'm just messing around right now though. Uh I'm just testing things out. Because as you see my like on screen, you see the announcement thing there. Like that announces and that sends like chats to YouTube as well. And so I can see YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And it should be sending stuff to YouTube, but I'm not seeing it in the actual chat on YouTube. I do see it once in a while. So it might depend on what type of notification. So I'm seeing how that works right now. Seeing if it works properly and seeing what I want to do. But the next week I'll be on normal stream stuff. But yeah. Yeah, your issue is actually having the discipline in a match to read things and not autopilot. Yeah. That's the other thing that people definitely have a hard time with. Autopiloting something you can fix on your own, though. Like if you watch Ben, when he played his games, he never just clicked a random move. I think like learning how to use your time properly is a separate skill. And so that's also part of the not autopiloting thing. I think in person, it's a lot easier than it is online. But learning how to use your time is really, really useful. And that includes the idea of making sure you aren't just playing a move right away. Even if you end up playing that same move, it's always good to force something. Yeah. It is hard when your opponent plays fast. Should be an ad break now, sadly. So we'll go to the next problem here. This one. Oh, I know this one. Let's just do this one while the ad break's on. YouTube should have no ads. I'll tell them when the ad's over, but YouTube should have no ads. Let me see here. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, 2 minutes. Oh, ads suck. Go YouTube. Yeah, go YouTube. I think we can actually do something over here, huh? Yeah, YouTube chat. It'd be nice if the YouTube chat was better. Not everyone will have ads. Yeah, not everyone will have ads, but like it's there should be an ad coming up or should be an ad playing right now. Like when I look on my stream, there's an ad. When I check it here, it told me there was one. But it's all good. What's wrong with YouTube chat? I think it's still good. I think there's just some things people are used to in the Twitch chat, basically. This should be the answer, by the way. But yeah, no, I am also impressed with Benkyo's ability to actually use his Byoyomi. I am actually impressed by that too. Just don't tell Ben I said that. You got to tell him that he takes too much time and that he shouldn't be thinking so much. That's what you're supposed to tell. Oh, he's still here. The ad's done. Is the ad done? Very strong at running out of time. Yep, very strong at running out of time. That's something I want to work on as well, actually. Making sure that I use my Byoyomi better. I think I use my main time perfectly fine, but when I get to Byoyomi, I don't actually use all of it. I have Ben's quote for you. I hate time. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, that's the thing I don't do is I don't always use my Byoyomi. In person, I was doing that fine in a tournament, but online I don't at all. Bet tournament organizers hate him. Yep. Oh, YouTube wasn't built for lives in the beginning, so Twitch is better in that front. Yeah. Twitch has other problems though, but what I really like, as I said, is that no ads on YouTube. That's why I want to have YouTube and Twitch on at the same time. People don't want ads, they can just go to YouTube. And I can't turn them off on Twitch. There was no setting for me to turn them off completely. So that's just annoying. I think it's this move usually. The idea is that if we play here, they can Hane, and then they have two options to make an I. So we want to play down here. So that if they block, we can get the variation that we actually wanted to have. This one. Because we can Atari from the outside. That's one of the reasons why Twitch was better, though. Because they focused on the chatting experience more than anything else. But that's why I also wanted YouTube and Twitch to be on screen so that everyone can see that. And I like that it's actually showing the replying thing. That's actually really nice. It's showing that they're replying to someone specific. This new chat thing is really nice. I like it. Huh. This one's a weirder problem. I think we can just push though, isn't it? I guess the problem is the connection here when they yeah, no good there, huh? So I want to push here too. Push, they turn, I just connect. So they have to do that, and then I can push. Yay. Yeah, it's actually just, I don't know why, but I think it's actually just enjoyable to do problems on this website compared to most other ones. Something about it feels nice. I like the stone sounds. I like the simple, yay, you did it thing. You know, all that stuff. I like it. This is 19by19.com. I can show you. Turn off my face real quick. Yeah, 19by19.com. It's for Golaxy. And everyone should be able to make an account now. I think it's still glitchy in some respects on that, but I think everyone should be able to make an account. But it's just real clean, really nice. This is what I think. It's what I think they should have done for Explore Baduk for their Sumego section. Just copy this basically, and you can actually play. This is actually also a server. It's not just for Sumego. You can actually play games on this website, and you can do AI analysis and lots of different sort of things like that. So they also sell courses if you can speak the language. Some kind of laxative. Yeah, yeah. Oh, board trolls here. We got to stop. We got to stop now. Yeah, some kind of laxative. That does sound right though, board troll. That does sound right. Yep, but yeah, we gotta go. Sorry. Board troll, we weren't expecting you so early. So yeah, it's no good. Let's see here. What was I doing? I need to solve this problem, right? Oh, okay. This one's kind of interesting. This Hane, they do that, and we're dead, right? So we do need to play something sort of on the inside. Would this be a ko at least? Like if they block here, it's at least not a ko shape, I guess. Oh, I guess it is just a ko shape. So if they extend up, though, is the other thing to look at. We can turn here. If they turn, then we start taking liberties, and I think we have enough on the outside. I think we do. So just ko for now, because we don't do this one. Just ko. We'll find out if I'm wrong. Oh, because yeah, we can do this. Oh, it doesn't want to stop here. Okay. I thought usually it stops early. But I like the way the coordinates look on the board too. The board is like a really nice color. I really like the board here. I think I can change it. I think there are settings for that. But the board is a really nice color. Game board in pieces. Yeah. Looks good. Basically exactly how I would design a website if I could. Super simple. Couple options. You click on the option, you're good to go. Sugaritas. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. YouTube hasn't figured out how to make live streaming profitable. Yeah. It's not profitable for anybody yet. I'm not sure any websites made it profitable yet. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to figure that out. Cool. So I'm just gonna do like one more, or a couple more, and then I'll be done with this one. But this one's kind of fun. We need to figure out a way. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that. I forgot I had that still. I need to mess with Stream Elements so I can update that sort of stuff. So which one's the best one? If we Atari here, then Atari here, do we want to just Atari directly for everything? That looks okay. But this one is not influencing this one. So we Atari here, they can just take a liberty. We capture, they take another liberty, we Atari, right? So we have to take liberties from something that involves this group. So it looks like we need to play this direction. So that was good. I like these types of liberty problems where they're forcing you to really think about the liberties versus just capturing the group. I think this one was a nice one. But oh, Somya. Thanks for the sub on Twitch. Tier 1. I don't think you, oh yeah, you do get emotes, but I don't think you get anything else. But thank you for the subscription. Oh, I think that might be sent over to YouTube chat. Let me see. Yeah. It says it sends it over to YouTube chat when someone subscribes on Twitch. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know why, but I like it. And then yeah, no, of course I always appreciate the support, but yeah, I wonder if I can add I might add some more stuff. We'll figure that out in the future. But now you got a beard, so you're good. I think I have it set up so that if people sign up on Patreon or if they sign up on YouTube and like do any of that sort of stuff, it should also give notifications. So now I'll know if people do that while I'm streaming, which will be fun. And it should give the same color. I might make that last a little bit longer because I think it maybe goes away slightly too quickly. I guess I can do that real quick. If I go to this full screen one, I can go to the alerts thing here. We can copy this and put it into a browser area and adjust settings. Let's see. I think I want it to last a little bit longer. I think that's, and I want to do that now so I can figure it out. I think this here. Oh gosh, there we go. Oh, maybe that's not the correct thing. All right, I guess I'll have to figure it out later. Oh well. Doesn't really matter too much. Oh, you need a credit card for it? I know I use like PayPal for Patreon. That's what I used. So I know that works, but I guess it depends on if you can get PayPal. Yeah, that's why. So that's one reason why I was sort of considering like another website for like if people do want stuff, right? It's not like YouTube Shorts are worse than TikTok Shorts in any way. So they know how to copy stuff. They just don't know how to monetize live streaming. Yeah. They just don't know how to do it. Yeah, I think that really is all it is. They just don't know how to do it. Oh, it says auto pay is only available. Oh, okay, okay. No, I know that works. I know the auto pay thing does work with PayPal, but that's still something you have to sign up for anyway. But yeah. I think the discoverability of live streams is the most difficult part for sure. Um, yeah, yeah. Chat interactions, it depends, but like the discoverability part, you can't really even get discovered on Twitch either. But at least if you go to the Go section on Twitch, you can find out who's streaming Go. But there's no like Go section. You just have to be subscribed to someone and hope that they start streaming, basically. Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna do the subject thing. This is the other reason why I really like this website. It has this subject section, and you have to change your rank here. Basically, the top one is the lowest rank, bottom one's the highest rank. They don't have everything translated yet, but this is technically in English right now. Maybe they'll do that in the future, now that more people can sign up for it. But I've been using OGS GoTV and OSR Twitch notification. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, you never see them when they're live. Yeah, yeah, that is the real problem. That's why, like, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I think that part is the other big issue. Because like it's obvious people can find you, because like right now, like on Twitch it's like 9 people, and on YouTube it's like 10 people. It's like the same on both. So, and it's different people. So I know that people can see you that you're streaming, but it's not super obvious. I agree. If like they click on my channel, it'll show. That's about it. Oh yeah, the top of the subscribe. If you click on subscribe, I think like the subscribe feed. But I think a lot of people don't use the subscribe feed. But maybe they are. Maybe they are. I know there's some people they do make money from, but yeah. Anyway, the subject section is like playing against certain ranks of the AI with problems, basically. It's like you find a thing that you want to work on. If you want to work on opening, settling weak groups, attacking, that sort of stuff, and then you can play against the AI, which is kind of fun. But can't manage to implement English translation yet. Yeah, I only use the subs feed too. I do. I only use the subs feed. I think that's true. That's the best way to find stuff. Yeah, find people you're sub to. Um, yeah, they can't manage to implement English translation. Yeah. Well, I think it's instead of they can't manage to implement it, it's more like they can't be bothered to implement it. I think that's really what it is. I think that's really what it is. Yes. This one's an attacking problem. How to attack this group as black here. I think I did do this one a long time ago, but I don't really remember the answer. So that's good. I remember the position, but I don't remember the answer. So that is good. And there's no one answer, which is the other thing I like about these problems. So you can play wherever you want on the board, but you're just playing versus the AI from this position. I think that's a really cool way to train. And now that I have my own account, it feels better because I can use my own account for it instead of someone else's. So if I click start, I don't think there's a time limit, but it does want you to click start, and then we can figure it out. Because now we're able to actually play around. You can get like hints and stuff, but it's not too important. So one of the problems here is the amount of weakness that black has. So if black sort of just fixes one of the weaknesses, like connecting here or extending, connecting might be better. Yeah, connecting might just be better in that regard. because when they Hane, you could pull back or cut, depending on what you want to do. But if extending here, this cut might still be something in the future when we're fighting towards this side of the board. And there's also the idea of pulling back here to force them to connect, to continue to attack them in some way. But we have to play 40 moves. It's 20 per player. So if we connect, they can push up here. And if we cut, I guess we can just cut so they can't push up. So we don't have to read the whole thing out, but it's just good to have a plan before going into it. So they can maybe make, they'll have a hard time, but there's a possibility of an eye here. I'll check if sleep visits. It's already 5 a.m. Oh man. Well, have a good night, morning. So good luck. But I'm probably just gonna do like a little bit longer, and then I'll probably be stopping. Just because I said today is really just a testing thing, and then next week I'll be streaming normally at this time and playing games and that sort of stuff. I'll figure out like what I want to properly do. So yeah, have a good night. I don't think I want to do it this way because there's too many Atari things available from the Hane. So just connect solidly. They probably have to connect. We connect. They want to be running towards this other group, and then maybe we can attach to that corner, try to get a better result, because the more they fight against it, the more I'll probably potentially get some influence, which would be killing the middle group. So instead, I'll be able to get some points, some extra points here versus normal. So I think that is what I sort of want to do here. And do I want to pull back here or like pull back here? That's the only thing I wasn't exactly sure of. But I know the plan, but I don't know the exact moves. Because like here is not Sente necessarily. So I think I kind of want to be ahead of my opponent. But I could also just go over here first and then come back. Because if I do this one, they just jump here and they're a lot closer. So I think I like the idea of the attachment here because it looks a lot of fun. And so do I want to go, if I go this way, then I can push and then I'm basically surrounding them. And if I go this way, then they can maybe connect up a little bit better. So I'll go this way. Yep. And I'm pushing here. Yep, now they're running that out. They're still not completely connected and out, but I do get to get this Atari. And we can potentially even, can we actually just surround the corner? Because I sort of treat this a little bit like a real game where you're thinking of things a little bit at a time. But can we just surround the corner here? If we Hane and connect, it's not necessarily dead. But it is good to surround if you can. And if they cut, I'm not worried about my 4 stones. Is this OGS? No, not OGS. This is a Golaxy, 19by19.com. Not actually playing. I'm doing a problem right now. Full board problem. So actually, I think it is possible to do this. And then we just jump. But then is it giving them too much strength in the center? Because we could pull back here and threaten the cut. But just doing this, I think, is good enough, because we could probably surround next. So we probably don't have to be too aggressive here. I think we can surround next. So, yep. So they capture. And now we can probably go back to this area here. So pulling back, if they slide, we would probably still want to pincer. If they pull back here, we can potentially make something here. But I do have this, right? I want to sort of protect this area next. So I do kind of want to back off to protect that. If I play high, they get to play a really clean move that sort of hurts me here. So I kind of just want to do normal back off as long as I think I'm done over here for now. Because I can hurt this corner a little bit, but it's not too much. Like, it's never going to die. And if they jump, we can still just pincer this anyway. So I'm going to back off here. Yeah, and when they do this one, I'm not sure I actually care about the points here necessarily, but I am kind of curious about some more influence-y stuff. So I'm going to do this pincer here, and we'll just have this basic position. Okay, so they're sliding now. So we do have more influence here. We could sort of threaten them a little bit more, because they're not 100% alive. And then maybe we'll be able to make a couple points in the center. So I think I'm going to do that. It's like a small threat. I'll connect. And I may need to come back. Or I can maybe go down, actually. We can go down. That looks really good. So I'll go down here to reduce and be connected. Then they live. And now we do have some sort of potential over here, so we could try to get something, but we could also just play a big move. So like this group is not alive in this corner. So it could be good timing to go back to this group now, because you want to finish your fight before you go back and try to do some big move. And that's just a big move at this point. The other thing is just like blocking here is really clean. Cleans up this area quite a lot. And then if they go and kill this group, we just move on again. Yeah, I think the cut here doesn't really do anything, so I think we'll just go and live with this group. Yeah. There we go. Got 94.9%. So this is actually where the AI is more useful, I think. Because you can go over this sort of with AI to sort of figure things out. But the percentage is the likelihood of winning the game. And so you just have to score a certain percentage with the AI. So it's like a normal AI percent win rate percent. So like it's expecting that I'm winning this game basically 100% of the time. So it's not like how well you did in the problem technically. But this was just versus the 6-don AI. So if I play the 9-don, it might be a little bit harder. That could be fun to try. Like go to the 9-don version next and see what they would do differently. But now you can also just go over what you did too, if you wanted to check something. Yeah, so yeah, the plan here was to get profit in the corner in some way and force them to just have to live with the group versus trying to keep attacking the group. Because if we force it to connect to the corner, they may actually end up with more points. So we don't want it to connect. And if we play further away from the corner, it's not really forcing. So the attachment felt like the right idea here. And you see, they did this because they're basically getting surrounded, so they may as well go for life versus anything else, anything too special. And I could keep attacking them at this point, but I feel like when you attack too much, if you end up not living in Sente, like they end up living in Sente, you end up like not being able to kill them or something. It's just no good, right? Hello, Keith Numbers. It's a good name. It's a good name. Yeah, I'm on Twitch for a little bit today, and I should be streaming every Sunday from now on. That is the goal. I may play people, I may do other things, but to Today I'm just making sure everything's working. Because I haven't had any dropped frames or any real problems, so. Ah, okay. I can talk about that a little bit. What rank are you, Magic Wizard? Are you talking to me or someone else? Is there a Magic Wizard in the chat? I want to double check. Yeah, no, I'm a 5 Dawn AGA if you're asking me. Around 7 Dawn on Fox if I can play good that day. Oh yeah, so I didn't follow up on surrounding the corner because my choice wasn't surrounding the corner or connecting. It was it wasn't like my goal was just surrounding the corner, I guess I should say. Like at this point, I wanted to surround, but I was a little bit worried that if I surrounded and if we did do some sort of fight here, it could be annoying for my liberties on this group. And the corner is not dead. They can live pretty easily, and then I still have to fix. So I just wasn't sure how useful this was. Like, it looks like I might be under attack, so I'd have to be very careful about it. So I was just choosing if I could surround or not. And so since I thought that it might be slightly too risky, I protected instead. And so I'm basically giving up on the surround at this point, like forcing the complete surround, because the group is alive in the corner. So I'm still going to do it later, but it's just going to be whoever gets there first. So they go to live, and if I surround now, it's not Sente, so they could just play a big move over here, or they could do this double approach to attack my stones here. So I was trying to play the biggest move possible in the way that got me to the biggest move possible, I guess I should say. Yeah. So it was it was just one of the options that I was considering, but not the main reason I wanted to play over there. And the influence is just useful here because they're not alive yet. And the corner is still big. I could probably have blocked the corner if I wanted to. But I felt like the side and the center is where most of their own potential was to make stuff. Oh, I am Burger. That's a good name, by the way. This is a Go problem, so I'm not exactly sure of the chain of events that occurred on top. We'll actually go back to the beginning of the problem, and this is the starting point. Yeah. As you can see on the right side, there's like that. I got 3 stars, 94.9%. It's like I solved the problem, basically. If I go to full screen here, you can sort of see a little bit better. That's not a normal server or anything like that. You can play games against other people here, but yeah. The passing grade, I'm not exactly sure. I think you can get 1 star to pass. But I would be curious what like the lowest possible score is, because I think it depends on the type of problem. Oh, this is a 19by19.com. I can probably put that into the chat there. If I go to Twitch over here, yeah. I wonder if I do www. Yeah, let me make a link real quick so I can paste it. I should be able to in my own chat, so it's all good. And I can do it on YouTube too. There we go. It's a great name, isn't it? 19by19.com. Oh, you did. That's funny. Yeah. That's why I figured I should just post a link, see what happens. That might be the better way to do it. Yeah, let me know if you can create an account, because I was able to tell some other people and they were able to create accounts, whereas before they could not. So you do have to give them your phone number, though. So if you don't want to do that, that's a personal thing. But yeah. Yeah, 19by19.com. Yeah, exactly. uh I think like was it Life in 19by19? I think that's like that was a forum, right? Or maybe still is. But yeah, I always say 19by19. I never actually think of like 19x19. I should maybe. Should maybe. Yeah, Life in 19by19. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like these problems. Let's do one more of these ones. I think that'll be fun. So we do want to next problem here.
对局开始，
So we are white, and this looks complicated. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay, so we do have to assess the situation a bit first. We do have to figure out what we think is the most important thing. So we know what the last move was. But oh man, I would hate having to play this game. I gotta be honest. Oh man. I think that the group that's yeah, I said so exactly. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, I think that white is just not having a good day. That's all I can say with this one. So it seems like to me, we probably want to give up on this white group. I think if we save this group, we're hurting ourselves too much. Because I think that black can surround the middle white group instead. So I think if we're saving this one, we're hurting the middle white group. I think, yeah, white needs to cut back on alcohol. Yes, I think so too. And I don't see an easy way to take advantage of the corner. So there's no way for me to like get free moves, like free obvious moves to live with this group right away. So I do think I probably need to run with this group first. And man, this one is also in danger. But the corner here is not alive yet. This corner is not alive. So if we can get back to this corner first, we can kill this corner. But if we kill this corner and they kill our two white groups over here, that doesn't feel very good. Yeah, that does not feel good at all. So I think this one's safe enough for now. We can probably connect up this way if they try to Hane, and if they try to split, we're going to be running and we should be fine. And this group should be more okay than the other groups. And there's no singular good move here to just save this group in Sente. So it does feel like we need to do something to this middle group here. It's kind of interesting though. If we just jump and they jump, because that would be, I guess we might want to jump this direction as black here to like kill off these stones to make sure there's no Aji. That'd be like one way to do it. The diagonal is sort of like forcing them to push me, and I could try to surround, but it's a little difficult. We could attach maybe to really try to force them to surround this. If black plays one more move here, like 09, can we then not save this group anymore? I think it becomes more difficult to save this group. So it might be a good idea just to completely throw it away and gain strength. If we throw it away, like we can attach here. If they Hane, we may even be able to cross-cut. So they may not even be able to Hane. Yeah, I like 08 too, yeah. That's why I'm looking at it more. Because I think if they Hane, I can cross-cut. Because they Atari here, we just Atari back. And then we can capture these stones, and that'd be good enough. Like, if we can capture these stones, that'd be more than good enough. So, I think that they can't Hane. Because yeah, I think we'd be too strong on the outside, and they'd have to keep pushing from this side here. So like yeah, we do this one, cut. They push this way, we go out, and then we'd even get this Hane in, and then we have like a lot of strength here. So I think they probably shouldn't Hane. But I really forced them to eat it. And then we can maybe attack the middle group in some way. Q5 and say, come at me, bro. The problem I have is like, we can't hurt the corner that well, I think. I think we can't hurt the corner enough. Maybe we can. Because like there is like the wedge here, but the wedge doesn't really do enough, I think. Because they can connect and just capture the stones, which would make them too strong and make our other group a little weak. So I think they could jump from this side. And we can maybe live, but they can maybe just kill the other group. But maybe it's possible too. I think there's a lot of possibilities here, but very, very annoying. I think I'm going to start with this one, though. I think this was the one that I liked the most. And so I thought I could potentially cut here. Yeah, I thought I could potentially cut here. At the very least, I don't have to, but I thought I could. They Atari here, we Atari. If they connect, we then extend, and then they have to fix over here. And then we'll be able to fix this sort of shape here, or even try to surround a little bit. So I think I do want to try it. It may be too much, but I do kind of want to try it, okay? We'll try. Okay. So for now, we will then... Do we want to Atari first? No, I think we do want to extend, probably. And then they probably have to capture, but we can extend here too. Which one do I actually want? I think I will extend here. It may not have been as useful as I wanted it to be, but I wanted to play it anyway. But I think it's still possible to maybe surround this group if I extend. Maybe I'm asking for too much. I'll just do the normal move. I was asking for maybe too much there. We won't worry about that. So I didn't need to do that one. I should probably just extend it, but I want it to work. So it's one of those things where you just want something to happen. So you're just hoping for it. I think I can still actually come over the top if I really want to. Is it better to go this way or just this way? I think I'll go this way for now. I think I shouldn't have done the other thing, but I was having fun with it. So I do think like the majority of my points are potentially over here. So I do kind of want like another sort of move over here. But we fixed one thing, and so I do kind of want to just go back to the corner and try to kill the corner next. Do I need anything else in the center now that's basically settled? Do I need one more move here? This does feel like really nice to get this move here. I'm going to play it. Okay. They did answer. They decided to answer because this coming out here is still annoying. So they do need a little bit of help there. And then I think I can come over to this corner. Do I want... I guess I don't want the clamp here, but just this turn. And it's at least like a co shape. Right, because I do this one. Then we Atari. Oh, they're not even going to do that one. Okay. Then I think it's just, it's not, I guess it's not quite dead because there's still a co. Still a co shape there. Can I do it differently? Get rid of the co shape? I think this is probably still fine. I guess this is like a Sente move they can do to try to live as well. But at least this is a good enough reduction on that corner. So yeah, because there's a ko underneath to try to connect, and then there's this move as well. So it should be good enough at this point. And then I do want to try to sort of connect these groups up. Yeah, there's 40 and yeah, that is the number in the definitely not chat box. Yeah, there's 22 moves left. So it's 22 moves for both sides. Yeah, I don't like this result either. Even without the cut, it would be similar. So I'm not sure if I actually really like it, but it's about whether or not we're winning the game. And it's hard to attack this group. That's one of the problems I'm having. Hard to attack the group. It's like, do I want it to run this way and we just take this profit? Or do I want to try to go from the center here? Where we're trying to sort of make something here. Maybe I'll go center. This seems like it might be slightly better. I will push here. And I may as well peep, because why not? And I play the center move to give myself a little bit more strength on this side, so... yeah, we're not necessarily getting these points, so let's just push up, maybe go this direction, or maybe we can even just peep again. Go all in. Peeping here, they don't cut, they just turn, and they go this direction. It's kind of annoying. So I'm gonna push this direction here. I should actually be jumping there. That was me playing too quickly. But I should have actually did the knight's move there, not the extension. That was my own fault. But I will be extending here because I do want to make sure this side is strong. And then we'll continue on with this, just taking the points over here, basically. We will block it off for now. Can we do anything special here? We'll just... I kind of like something over here, actually. They're basically alive, though. So maybe we will just want to block it. Maybe bump in here. Sure. We're almost done with this one, so we'll just finish off with that there. So our groups should be closer to being alive over here. I don't know the proper shape, because I'm mostly just worried about the connection more than anything else. So maybe I just need to connect directly. That's probably the proper shape then, or even just extending so that I can connect. Sure, let's just extend for now. Make sure that I'm perfectly fine over here, and then I want to get back to big end game. See, I failed this one. I failed. So this is where you can go over it and see where you could have, where you think you could have done better. I gotta press go back here. So there we go. And if you do want to pay, because you do have to pay for the AI analysis feature on the website, everything else is free. But if you do want to pay, then technically this is where you can use the ability to see the answer to the problem, or the AI suggestion for the problem. It's not necessarily the answer, the AI suggestion. So I didn't necessarily need to do this, but I thought for a second that it did work better, because what I was thinking... Oh, it's not working right now. 1 second. Oh, it's not letting me this time. Normally it does. Yeah, what I was thinking is I could extend, even if they had target up and they connected, I might be able to surround the group. But then I realized that even if I did surround, there's too many cutting points in the surround. So I do think it was better. So I may have to solve it in order to do the try thing. That may be what it is. I may not be able to do it because I didn't solve the problem. I think that's possible. So yeah, because there's too many cutting points on the outside. It ends up being too much. So I think just extending or doing this is probably fine. But because we can challenge again. We can do it as many times as we want. So we'd want to have a good idea for what we'd want to do differently. So we can't necessarily kill this group in the corner. I thought we could have, but it actually was not as dead as I thought because I didn't think about the life and death enough. So because that group is not actually as killable as I thought, we do want to have a better result in the center. Because if this group was dead, we're very happy, right? We're very, very happy with that. So can they actually surround the middle group properly? I think they can. It's like one move. Yeah, they can surround it properly, which is a big deal. So maybe just jump to leave the Aji. Like that was my first answer a long time ago. Was just jump to leave the Aji. Oh, for DDK, I think if you're working on this with someone else, I think it's a really good idea. So like you and somebody else, they could be also DDK, but both of you working on it together. I think that's probably worth doing. But I think most of the time it depends on like how long you've been playing. So like if you're brand new, I would suggest playing a lot of games instead. If you've been playing for a few years, oh, we gotta get rid of simplistic grandson. But if you've been playing for a few years, then it's a little bit different. There we go. Oh, it didn't go away on the. Oh, it did. Okay, it did go away. Good, good. It just didn't go away right away. Yeah. So if you've already been playing and you already have a lot of experience with the game, like you've played a lot of games, then I think it could be good to discuss these things with somebody. The discussion is the part that would help the most because that's something I used to do a lot. I would discuss games with my friends when I was around that rank, and the discussion led to discoveries on my own end, right? Like I'm like, oh, okay, I never thought of something this way, or oh, I guess that is a good result. I always thought it was a bad result, right? Like after discussing something, I start to understand it better. So I do think that is worth doing. And then as you get stronger, then I think, yeah, we didn't pass, we failed. But as you get stronger, then I think it's a good idea to try. So I'm going to try my other option that I wanted to do, which was just jumping out here. This was the other option that I had. Yeah, I was going to do this one, yeah. Oh, too much. Okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So if you're not devoting that much time to it, like I guess there's like there is like a little bit of a threshold thing. Like if you haven't played or haven't lost your first 100 game, like that proverb, right? If you haven't actually done that part yet, then I think a lot of other training is not very useful yet. L11 and pray the capturing race is good for you. I was thinking about that too, but I'm gonna decide later. Because I do think we do have this peep here, which is a really nice peep. We do actually still have some Aji with running this out. So them pushing and cutting and us running towards this side is not necessarily bad, right? But I think we can technically kind of surround here. But we do get cut off in a lot of ways. But pushing them this direction and having us fix this side Making it so they can't run towards this side means that we could run these stones out in the future. So I think that's one reason why I thought the M9 might be a good move as well. So I don't know if we do want this peep at all. If we just jump, they just escape, and I don't think we get anything from it. And if we push them this way, I think this way is fine. I think this way is a little bit better. This feels a little bit more accurate. But they do just attach, and we connect. We do have to connect the peep. Yeah, we do have to connect. So still a little bit open here, but then we can peep and bring this out, at least. And maybe get something as well. So, but just jumping is not good enough. Q2 is a starting move. That'd be before the jump, but so like your idea is that if they just connect, maybe you can play Q5 and they have to answer on this side instead of being able to answer some other way. I think they could also connect here and the cut doesn't work. So they'd have to pull back and then they could connect. And then it just depends on if we can do enough damage in the corner. But I also think that they could probably just answer connecting directly. I think that gives them a potentially one eye here. I think it is a possible move for sure. And hello, Morganol. Yeah, if black text nothing changes, yeah. That's what it feels like. Sort of what it feels like. Oh, I'm not gonna play today. Today was just a testing stream, but next week on Sundays I'm gonna be playing. If people want to play with me or if I'm just playing on Fox, then that looks good. Yeah, I was thinking L11 probably is just the right idea. This is not paid. You have to pay for the answer, but the problems themselves are not paid. That's why I would like the website. I'm perfectly fine with paying for the answer if I really want to. Can I attach here? No, I don't think the attach is good. Okay. They can, and they'll be able to escape, but I think that's fine for me. Okay, yeah. I just want to double check that. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't look at that earlier. Yeah, that looks like it's fine. I think that probably is just the right idea for sure. We can just cover. I don't think we want to extend, do we? Do we care about the extend? I was thinking just cover first, but we could technically extend and then cover. That would be a similar idea. That would be similar. I think we can just cover though. I think that shape ends up looking okay. Oh, maybe. Oh, I should have the ladder here. So yeah. I can just cover, I think. And we'll block this way and extend. And then Atari. And come out. And I think I should have this ladder, right? Yeah. So I can just cut here. But this is why I wasn't sure about this, because after they Atari here, they can actually push and cut this side too, so this one's in danger as well. But I can at least potentially capture the stones, but I feel like I do have to do it at this point. Okay, so they are going to do this. Yeah, this is where I'm like, where we're going to get into a lot of trouble. Okay, this is where we're getting into a lot of trouble. This this is where the trouble comes in. Oh. And this is why I like doing these as problems versus actual stuff. When I say trouble, I mean I'm gonna miss a liberty at some point. That's what I mean. That's what happens in a real game. I miss a liberty somewhere because I wasn't paying enough attention. So I probably do just want to extend. Oh yeah, ad break in 1 minute. Oh man. Oh no, here comes another ad. Oh well. I'm glad I have that though, so now I know when it's happening instead of having to have the actual ad page open for it. Hmm. Do I just want to extend? He extends, then we can Hane. No, that Hane doesn't look very good. Atari. That would actually be kind of funny. Just extend, and then we can deal with this later. N7 plus Atari. I look at the yeah, N7. N7 then Atari? Could be, could be. Hmm. Which Atari do you like the most? Do we want to do it from this side? Do we want to do it from this side and then push? But then the turn. But then this weakness here. So I kind of like this one. Doesn't mean it's good, but I kind of do like this direction for the Atari. But because we can always ladder this one. Hmm. Yep, ad break started. Is there another Atari other than O10? Well, yeah, the push here first. I was just wondering if there was a better way to do this. Because this one's probably fine. I just want to know if there's a better one. Yeah, if they Atari here and then do this Atari, there is no ladder this way as well, right? Can they get this extension first? You're afraid of one thing? What is the thing you're afraid of? Do I have more liberties on this group? Actually, that's the thing I should have asked myself. Do I have more liberties on this group? I don't think I do right now. Yeah. They don't have to necessarily answer that. But luckily, this is just a problem for fun, so I don't lose anything if I end up getting it wrong. That's why I kind of actually like the extension here. If the answer is very good, yeah. That's actually why I kind of like the extension a little bit more. But then they can have potential for like doing a net for that center, right? Which is the problem overall. I think they might have too much to worry about over here. So maybe we do just Atari first and ask questions later. We have 22 moves left, so this will be at least 10 moves in a row. I think at least 10. Yeah, it seems to be a foul move. Yeah, I think it doesn't quite work as well. Because yeah, we don't. They can probably give this part up, or doomed very. I know what you mean. Yeah. They can probably give this part up. So we probably do just have to keep the Ataris going. Because I do think that they may run out of liberties here if they try to cut us. But maybe it's good enough to with it. Well, but then yeah, just as Atari and they extend and that feels awkward. All right, let's just do the Ataris. Let's just go. Okay, okay, they're giving that one up because they're going to cut here. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. So I was thinking about this. So now this actually makes sense to do this exchange and then push through. But then if they, depending on how they defend, that could also not work for us, right? I think they could have cut anyway, right? Depends on how they defend here. And how many liberties I have. N7 looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. I'm double checking some of it though, but yeah. Feels like that's what we have to do because they can just Atari if we Atari them. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be probably okay. Are they gonna Atari here? Okay, never mind. And they connected, which is interesting. Which is quite interesting. Yeah, they have to keep going. But then I don't have all the stuff I want, but I think this should be fine. Yeah, we can throw in, connect. And yeah, now they do that, which I don't think is Sente, right? Because I have this Atari here. So I should be able to get out of that pretty easily. And I should have more liberties on everything else. So the question is, do I have to respond or not? Because I have two options, right? Yeah, I can capture here or I can capture these. So that's what I was wondering if I should respond in the center again, basically. I think I just can, right? Just styling this pre-6 on, yeah. I don't want to like, because I do have this other weak group here. That's why I was wondering if I want to answer this side, basically. Like I want to just capture this. Because I can do this one or this one. This one's probably Sente-ish, though. It's a Sente for a Seki, so it's not really Sente. So yeah, maybe I'll just capture this. Or extending here. Which one's the better option for me? So I was trying to still find good moves as best I can, but since it's not a real game, I can take my time. Actually try. Find good stuff. Yeah, okay. N14, Yudhane. Yeah, that one's another option too, because of this squeeze thing, right? That's probably the proper move, honestly. It probably is. I think this is probably me being too safe again. I think it's difficult to really disconnect everything anyway. So it probably is correct. This is the last move anyway. There's the last move, so we got to make sure it counts. And I think no matter what, we're connected and we're good, so we should be fine. So yeah. I'm not sure. No, black did not play the best way. But that's something you can do here. You can actually go back to see how they can play it differently. By playing against the 9-Don instead. But we have to do the first problem again before we play against the second one. Because you can do the same exact problems at different ranks. It was the last move, like a last move for me to play. We did it right. We solved the problem. Yeah, so the first try, I focus too much on trying to get something out of this bottom side. Yeah. If we're in one of the problems, it does have a little counter in the little chat box. Thus, a new Fox player is born. Yeah. uh, my question is, though, like, what if they just defend this group? They can jump or do anything, right? But what if they just defend? Nothing basically changed. uh, yeah, no, nothing's changing here. This is just the level of the AI. I think this AI does a pretty good job overall. Actually, I've tried it. I've tried playing against it quite a few times on my old account on here, and it always felt like I'm not going to say necessarily human, but it always felt like it had very human reactions to stuff. Like none of the moves felt like too overpowering or too ridiculous when you actually change the rank of it. Not the strongest version, because obviously that one's just going to kick your butt. But the weaker version. But I really like these problems. So I'm going to try to do some more of these. Maybe not today, but just do some more of these in general. Because if we're just jumping this way, like let's say we both do the same thing, and then they jump down, this already feels like much more difficult. So I'd have to be able to do something with this group now. And then continue on after. Right, like we'd be able to still come out, but do some sort of fighting thing like this, I guess. So I don't know what would be the best, though. I want to do this move, because I think the cut is not very useful. Lay 42, thanks for the follow. And hello. Just tuned in? Oh, okay, well, how long have I been going? We'll probably discuss stuff for a little bit longer, but we are almost done. We're almost done. This was as I said, just to reiterate, this was more of a test stream. Make sure everything works properly. And then next week I'll be doing a more normal stream around the same time. Yeah, but as I said, I don't think the way they can cut here is very useful, even if they cut a different way. So I think I probably could play 3. Like this one I also think is not as good. Because this just really hurts the corner. Because it just depends on if they're alive, right? Maybe we can get that peep now. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like I was more worried about them running everything out here. Because now I have more to worry about, but it is probably just difficult for them anyway. But as I said, there is more to worry about with something like this. I do think they probably don't have enough liberties to fight against any of my groups, though. So that's probably true. But just to show, for fun here, we can look at the other problems that they have. What's this button do? I don't remember. Anyway, go back to life and death here, then go back to subject. And I'll just show the full screen here. They have capturing race related problems. And as I said, the reason why I like these problems in general is that, first I'll go up to 9 Dawn. So we could try the 9 Dawn one, but makes it way harder. But it goes down to 8Q. It seems like 8Q is the lowest rank that they want you to start doing these on. So I guess that actually somewhat answers the person's question from before, like I am Burger, if this is a good exercise for DDK or not. It seems like they're suggesting 8Q is the lowest rank. But should be good. I think as I said, the discussion aspect is useful, so it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, so there's capturing race. balance. So I'm still not exactly sure what this one means. Probably like a mixture of things, and then attacking, which is what we just did. Settling weak groups, which is something I need to work on. So these two are probably the ones I should work on. Managing the framework, erasing, opening, and end game. The end game ones I think are the more obviously good ones. Because like these other ones, you could argue that they could be bad or not as like a way of practicing. But I think the end game ones are strictly good because it is just a giant end game problem. If we go back to the overlay here, it's just a giant end game problem here. And you are playing against an AI that's probably going to play it not perfectly because it's not supposed to be the pro level AI or the best AI ever, but it is supposed to be closer to 9 Dawn on Fox. So like at the minimum, you could call it 8 Dawn. So it's going to be good enough practice for end game, and it's just going to be good to read it all out and figure this sort of stuff out. Like this is just like a useful thing. Because there aren't that many good resources for like full 19 by 19 end game problems. Yeah, so really, really nice. I like this one a lot. Also have this other section here, which I don't really know what is. Oh yeah, well, what rank are you? Ketos? I think it said new player, so I'm guessing like as brand new or like you just started. Okay, yeah. For absolutely brand new, it OGS is probably still the best option. But for just finding games, I think a lot of the Asian servers are very brutal in that I know a few of them, the lowest rank you can sign up on are usually too hard for people to win at. From my experience, it does seem like maybe PandaNet is a little bit better. At the very least, you're going to find people who are taking their time with the game, so you won't feel like you have to rush through it. But I'm not exactly sure the best place for like a absolutely brand new person to play. But for just finding games, Fox or Panda are going to be way easier than OGS in general. And if you don't care who you're playing, Fox is probably the easiest one. But I just know they play very, very fast. And that's the only thing I really like. If you can hold yourself back and not match their pace, then I think it's fine. But if you're not able to do that, then it's no good. Yeah, there's this thing is just start breaking through, this breakthrough thing. I have no idea what it means. I have zero clue what this one is. So I'll have to check what this is one of these days. Hello, Francis. Hello. Okay, okay. Yeah. Or just switch to chess. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't care, then Fox should be like really fast, almost no matter what time of day it is. Like you should be able to get a game very, very quickly. But yeah, they won't have anyone, like no one will review it with you though, which is the problem. But yeah. Let's figure out this there. Where are these problems found? This is 19by19.com. You shouldn't be here. Don't worry, I'll end soon, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. I'll put another link here. I think I still have it copied, so here's the link for this website. You have to sign up in order to use the website, but that should be it. You should only have to sign up. You do need your phone in order to sign up, but let me know if it works. Definitely let me know if it works. But they also have pro games though. Was the other thing that's really kind of cool. If you want to get into pro games, you can do it on here. You can watch the game and it also has the AI suggestions on the board. For every move. And so you can also turn that off to make it so that you don't see it when you're just reviewing, and then you just turn it on when you want to see what the AI suggested. But these are gonna be like the most recent games that have been played. These aren't gonna be like it seems like it's hard to like really look for a specific game. But these are like the most recent ones, and they broadcast them live too. So it's really cool for that. And I can technically play on this as a server. We can actually see a game that someone's playing. There's 7 on versus 7 Don. But yeah, people are actually do use this as a real server, which is nice. I played a couple games on my other account. I did try a couple. It was very weird. Because I have no clue how strong my opponent actually is. So it was very weird. We can look at this one. Just for fun. We can see how strong they are. And I got my face popping up here. See if they see if that makes them pause for a second because it's different from everything else on here. Kind of funny.
Sure.
You can actually chat with people as well. There's a little chat function. And you can use the AI analysis while watching people's games. Let's see how this see how this started here. That's probably the last thing I do. Because then maybe we'll try some games in the future. Oh, they're doing a weird Joseki. Oh, okay. Just know that if you do want to play on this website, oh yeah, what Go Players really needs AI assistance for chatting with other players. Let AI do some autofill. They may have that. Yeah, they do have that. See, here's some autofill. But yeah, no, that might be true. That might be true. I got to be honest. But what I was gonna say is though that I believe you can use hints, AI hints during the game. Right? It's perfect. Yeah, and there's even emotes too. Like you can use an emote too, so you're good. But yeah, people can use hints during the game, but I'm okay with that on this website because I feel like the purpose of this website is for learning. So using a hint to try to figure something out is part of the use of this website. It's different when it's like Fox or something because that's where people just play normally. Whereas this one, I think it's fine because it's more of a practice website anyway. I wonder if this is like a Joseki. I'm kind of curious. This makes sense as the next move. And pushing and cutting so they can capture that stone. I don't actually know who I like. Sounds like cheating to me. Maybe I was Baduk how to go for my own hint. Well, I said it's only for this website, you know. It's a bit different, as I said, than using it on Fox or something. As long as you know it ahead of time, right? As long as you know ahead of time. If you don't know ahead of time, then it's different. That's why I wanted to mention it. I don't even know if people use it, though. I think the person I played, because you can't use it too many times because it costs money for each of them. So, but I know that the person I played it, they were good. They were very solid, but it wasn't like it wasn't obvious that they were like an AI because they got to use the hints all the time, which was good to see as well. They probably didn't want to spend that much money on a random American. Yeah, this is really annoying. I kind of feel like if you were going to play like this as white, you probably had to fix this. And most of your hits would probably be to Tanuki, yeah. Yeah, probably my hints too, I gotta be honest, but I feel like you probably should be doing this. And we also kind of want this exchange, but this is not necessarily Sente. And even if black answers like this feels a little bit bad because we're damaging our other stone some more. So I kind of feel like we should capture, but I also feel like black got a good result somehow. It's not necessarily like bad for white either. It just feels like black got a decent result. Maybe pushing and cutting probably was the mistake here. Yeah, I think so. I think pushing and cutting probably was the mistake here, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's an equal Joseki or something, but I just don't know. Because this looks really dangerous now for white. Yeah, this looks a little bit scary, but you know, white is fine. White is fine. But like the shape on the outside is going to be really torn apart if they aren't careful. But I do think this bottom exchange was really nice. Yeah, so obviously these players are actually really strong. It's like this 7-on, these two 7-ons are actually pretty strong. And they've played almost, one of them's played almost 1,000 games. And one of them's almost at like 250 or so. Close there. So people are playing a lot of games on here. That's cool. Nice. Someone with 10,000 games. Holy crap, 11,000 actually, basically. Dang. Maybe I'll try it. We'll see how many people are online when I stream next time, and then we'll try a game or two. If there's enough people online playing. Could be a new server to have fun with, basically. Yeah, because I think these were actually pretty strong plays by both of them in this bottom left corner. So who do I like now? Like, who do I think has the better position? I feel like black wanted to get to the bottom first, but they didn't try to get there. Because I do feel like I really want to move over here in general to like clean up my area and sort of reduce this sort of stuff. You could try to approach if you wanted to, but just something over here in general. I think that feels like kind of an important area. And then we kind of still also want to make sure our group over here is alive. So I feel like white might be slightly in control, but I don't know who's winning. So we'll look at a couple moves first and then see. That was nice. That was a nice shape thing here to run out. Instead of having to push more. We don't want them to connect. That makes sense. And yeah, if we're focused on the more important area, I think this area is more important. It's definitely bigger than the top. Even if the stones die, this feels like the bigger area. So I do think white is more on point of where they should be playing. Like, this also doesn't make sense to me. I don't quite understand why they did this. Oh. Interesting Okay. Anyway. Doesn't matter too much. I started to get invested. So we'll get to the end here. Let's see how the game is going overall. Who is winning? We'll go back one. Who do I think is winning at the end here? Because I think my feeling was that white was more focused on the bigger areas, but it looks like black ended up killing white on the left side. Is white dead here? It kind of looks like it. They're not dead. They're actually not dead. Oh, they don't know they are. They are for sure. They can't make the one eye on this side. They do need a Gote. Yeah, it's Gote to make both of the eyes. Okay, so they are dead. Black is fine. Not dead? Are they not dead? Never. Did you do the same thing I just did? I think you did the same thing I just did. Yeah. I was like, oh, they can make an eye here with this peep, and then they're going to be alive. And then like, oh, wait, no, this isn't an eye yet. They need one more move here. Yeah. It looked like it could be living there for a second, but no. Not quite alive. Yeah. Yeah. So this group ended up dying. So what was the overplay earlier here? Because now that's dead, and black looks really strong here. I feel like that was the real issue here. So let's see. Why did they Hane here? Black's bottom group is dead, but is it dead? We'll have to look again now. I gotta go all the way back. No, the black bottom group's alive. See? That was a good move there. Oh, that's a really good cut. Look at that. My goodness. Yeah, the bottom group is not necessarily dead. How did it live? Would you need to do better, Sumego? Oh, this cut is so good. That cut is just actually really good for black. This just works to make it live. I can't see a way for... Because they have to push from this side in order for it to not be dead there. And then there's this Aji here, right? To surround this other middle area. And so, like, there's actually a lot of Aji with that cut. G2 right away? Could do that, yeah. I think it doesn't necessarily fix the problem, though. Oh, I guess someone died. Someone just resigned. Yeah, I'm not sure if it fixes the problem necessarily, because I think you still have to deal with the cut. I mean, there is the ladder with this particular one. So I guess maybe there's a way to do something here. It also depends on what white plays on the other side. That's why I think he did the clamp first. Later on, he did the clamp. I think he did the clamp first, and then the cut. Yeah. So at this point, they have to sort of connect the other side. Can this still give the free move? Like if they connect over here, is this still going to end up being a free move? Maybe the connect to the other side's bad. Like, better. But then there is that liberty issue there, right? So this one. Then we can connect here. And then now they have to save the group. But they can't Atari to save it the same way. But no, it looks a little bit annoying for white. They should have connected this way, probably. Yeah, the cut itself, I think, was better. The cut by itself, I think, was better. And you go back. There we go. I think this is probably the better way to do it. Because now we're threatening the other group. But yeah, so they have to do it this way, then we can go over here to live. And if they go the other direction, they're still threatening something over here, but then we just Atari and we connect and we're out here. So it depends on if there's anything else, like maybe we could just do the diagonal. But liberty-wise, it may not be good. That's the only thing I'm worried about. So we may be able to get like a free move here first. But yeah, I'm just not sure about liberties. Like maybe we do have to do it this way to make sure the liberties are good. But yeah. Anyway, that's actually kind of a cool little situation. This one would be fun to look at with the AI analysis, honestly. This is where the AI analysis would be a lot more fun to see. Because it'd be interesting to see what's going on here. That was cool, though. Black ended up killing everything. So I am kind of curious, as I said, like... I feel like this was just a weird move from white. Like, there's no reason to play this one. Of course, I'm not thinking I'm going to die here as white, though, so that's also a thing. But I actually don't understand the move at all. It's like the group's not alive, right? So he wants to kill the group. So he's trying to do that as sort of like the vital point. Or I think normally you should be looking at surrounding first, right? So if we did just surround... They play this one as the vital point, then they're alive, I guess. That's what they're worried about. I guess we can go from a different angle at it, too. Because at least there's like a cutting point with this one. Yeah, it feels like white is just going too far to try to kill. Because even there, they could have just backed off and that would have been fine. Like, I think they're alive here. And so I think this is sort of a vital point here, right? You can let them connect up and you just make sure you're alive, basically. I don't know the right move, but just basically. That is tricky, though. Anyway. Just messing around here. But there are a decent amount of people playing. It's kind of fun. There's not like as many as on Fox or anything like that, but still a decent amount. But I think I'm gonna probably go get dinner now. It's getting close to 6 o'clock for me. So that's a good time for that. I may have to cook it myself. But I'm glad everything seems to work. I didn't have any dropped frames. Everything seemed good the entire time. The new chat is really nice. It's looking good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it overall. I don't know if there's anybody else streaming Go right now. Oh, they're going over the simols and on the locks. A little Go before work. 7 minutes. They just started, so yeah, maybe we can potentially go see on the locks. If I can remember how to do the raid. / raid. Yeah. There we go. We'll send it his way and we'll see what's going on. All right. I had a lot of fun actually. It's been a while since I streamed last. So I'm gonna go eat some food, maybe do a maybe make a video after. Have a good day, everyone. See you next weekend.